Listen, okay, Jason, first of all, I want to thank you so much for coming on, for having me come on your podcast. Okay, I'm very honored.
Welcome.
The chemtrails of the planes turning frog gay. First of all, thank you so much for having me come on your podcast.
Finally, Tyler, can you give us some Garth Brooks?
I like that. I like that.
1, 2, 3. A little warm to the touch, a little fire on the tongue.
Noah, if you could please play that first video for us to get us started.
Just never be a beta. Just never, ever do it. It is death. Never, ever, ever do it. Okay? Just wipe that out of your mind. It is nothing good comes from that. Ever. Okay? The only thing good is if you're like in jail and you're about to get shot. You're like, okay, you know? Other than that, if you're in a free society, don't do it. It just doesn't happen. It cannot happen. Okay? Now, going from there, and by the way, the sooner you accept this, the easier life gets. You're like, oh, life is actually awesome when you accept it. As long as you don't accept it, and you're like, I just want someone to like me for the real beta me, your life's gonna be freaking miserable. People around you will be miserable, and you will be miserable. So just get over it. Now, okay, it doesn't mean to walk around paranoid.
We get it. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Don't worry. We're gonna get deep into that guy. Deep into that guy.
Take us deep.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Friends in Low Places. Just a couple of alphas here today. No betas, right?
No betas whatsoever.
Welcome to the podcast. Me and Tyler, my friend, just did a cover. I put it on YouTube or Instagram.
Both. Maybe both.
Go to YouTube. Friends in Low Places podcast. Find it there. Watch the cover of us shredding.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be really good. Now, hop back on over to our podcast. We're going to talk about being an actual alpha male on this podcast.
Alphas would do that. I know you cut it short, but that video, he was going like, alphas would do this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How was that? How did I explain that well for a new listener?
I'm interested.
Okay, good.
I'm going to listen to it.
Sign me up.
And I'm going to hate the way I sound. Don't you do that every time you hear yourself? You're like, oh, God.
Oh, I think I'm actually used to it now.
Are you?
Like, it's taken every episode up until this point, but I listen back and I'm just like, okay, that's just my voice. That's just the way it is.
That's what I was born with.
Yeah. Subscribe, like, comment. You'll find that thing in the description. Look at YouTube.
Smash it.
Yep. Hey, we're in my apartment that we're not supposed to be in again. And there were some 70-year-olds upstairs partying in the space that we normally do it in.
I want that party. They did a good job of building this place.
Yeah, that's all they talk about.
We're celebrating the architecture.
Yeah.
That's all they talk about.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was like 60% of what they talked about.
Is that marble?
Yeah.
That's what they're talking about.
And
Come check it out, Ethel.
That's not marble. That's
There's
not
so
real
much
marble.
room in this bathroom. That's what they're talking about home improvement stuff.
Why does that happen? Like when you get older, you just start talking about like
it really
house
does.
and
Because I had
things.
the other day, I was like, man, if I had money, I would love to redo my bathroom. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm renting, so I can't. But
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
if I had the choice, I would love to. And I got excited. I got legitimately excited about it. I was like, dude, put a nice like shower right there, and then like I would definitely cut that corner out, just move that space that way. That legitimately, I don't understand why, but that legitimately happens.
Yeah, and I think the weird thing is like the amount of joy that you get that comes out of you. You know, I just realized that I was having my sunglasses on my shirt like a douche. Get that out of here. Sorry,
Not
guys.
that kind of podcast.
I want to apologize for having my sunglasses on my shirt. Yeah. Anyways, we could get kicked out any moment. That's the cool thing about this podcast, right?
Spicy.
Yeah. Don't know.
Spicy.
I like that.
I like that.
We're gonna get into that. Don't you worry.
I knew you were.
You knew it.
There's no way you cannot have me on and not bring up G. There's no way.
We'll get into it. Don't you worry.
Oh man.
All right. Let's who do we have in the room? Let's do that real quick. We have Nobody yet. I will introduce my guest later. We have my co-host for the day, my beloved friend, JERED Sherman. Thank you so much for being here again, JERED.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Noah, the sound wizard, is here.
Wow.
Noah, thank you so much for being here.
This is the most loved I've ever felt on this podcast.
Really?
I appreciate you. I went to school for this. I appreciate you.
It's a thankless job.
Yeah.
So, how come you didn't feel loved on the other ones? I did attack you the last one.
He did. He really came
I
at
did
it for
attack
like
you.
10 minutes.
The only comment you're going to get is like if it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
That's it.
See, that's not even my job.
Oh,
he,
yeah,
he does
that's
all
true.
of that.
No one's
I've been
no
doing
one's
the
going to
mixing.
comment on the video and be like, dude, nice mixing.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think about that though.
This podcast sounds really good.
Because Emily's sounded really bad.
Yeah, and I'm sure people thought I did that.
No,
Yeah.
I hope they did. I hope they did. It wasn't me, guys. A little bit of ad lib here, okay? You ready for this, Tai?
I'm ready.
My guest today. Oh my god, dude! I almost do that. I don't do it on purpose. I really don't. My guest today.
In a world.
Who did that? That was good. That had to be you, Tyler. Yeah, of course it
Pretty
was.
good, man.
This summer.
That was really good.
You just do your own intro.
Yeah, if you could, please.
You've never heard of them, but you absolutely know them. For some reason, this summer, friends in low places, we introduce Tyler Clark.
That was good. That was good.
Love it.
I'm gonna add on to that, Tyler. That was really good. He hasn't posted. I'm literally building off of yours. I'm keeping that in there. He hasn't posted on Instagram since September 11th of 2020.
Never forget.
He is a true patriot, but he doesn't have much of a social media presence, so I don't know why he's even on this thing, but he is a good guy.
At least 50 followers.
At least. He plays in On the Grove Band, and he plays on the Grove Band and plays at this church and that church and another church, and he's really good at padding. This is all ad libs, guys. At this
all
point,
of it. Yeah.
when you look at this guy, and I know what all of you are thinking because I thought the same thing. If this guy right here probably has the ugliest feet I've ever seen in my life.
It's true.
That's just a guess, but I'm guessing that's accurate. He doesn't know his art. Oh, I forgot I wrote that down last minute. He doesn't know his. I wrote down artificial sign. What is it? Astrological sign. He doesn't know it.
Tyler Clark.
You've never, ever heard of him, but you have now. And he likes to make pedal boards. I forgot to put that in there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this intro is botched, but it's... Can you do the honors, Tyler?
Tyler Clark. This summer. Only in AMC theaters, exclusive deals. Suck it,
Wow.
Disney Plus.
That was very good.
That was
I've never hit the end of that song.
Yeah. That was the long one.
All right, Tyler, let's see them feet. What do they look like?
well, if you want to see this one, I actually it's funny you say it.
Yeah.
I dropped I was setting down a subwoofer.
Yeah.
It broke my toenail, and it has grown back in a form that I would not consider natural. That it's just on my big toe.
It's the Voldemort.
Yeah, it's like
toenails.
it's coming in behind normal, and then it's just got this like weird thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I call it a nail, but it's part of it.
Okay.
I don't know what you would call it,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Okay.
So that's this foot.
That's your worst foot, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one you see here, folks.
Wow, I was spot on though. I had when I was thinking of stuff.
It's amazing you said it because I was like, I was actually looking at him the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, that is not. It's a good thing I wear shoes and not sandals
okay.
ever.
That's intuition, though.
Yeah.
That I felt it. What do you think?
You know me.
I know you. I know you. What do you think when you look at me though? What do you think about my feet? Would you guess that they're good or no?
I'm gonna guess that they're athletic in a sense. I'm gonna guess well trimmed, and with a bit of hair on the knuckles, on the toe knuckles. I'm just guessing a bit of hair on the toe knuckles.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
You're spot on with the toe knuckles.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of foot hair as well.
Okay.
I
feel like
that's a given.
Yeah.
That's a given.
If you got hair there, you're gonna
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Noah, what do you think? Maybe less athletic, more just sexy, like a sexy foot.
Yeah, I like that you're like just blindly assuming I have seen your feet
I mean,
and like been like, yeah.
those are
Noah, just
sexy feet.
no. I'm gonna edit that out and just act like you.
Yeah. I look at your feet all the time and
So
I enjoy it.
sexy,
Yeah.
right? More than athletic.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't have a foot fetish, but if I did, that would be it.
Now let me assure you, if you caught a glimpse,
I would go from not having
that's
one
right.
to I'm like, okay, well, I'm definitely into that now.
I'm definitely into feet now.
it's been a lot of feet on this podcast in general. I
You
got to
know,
be honest.
Start off with.
I just mean in
Recurring
general.
theme.
Yeah. I mean, it is my podcast, but
Fair enough.
I guess I am the one who brings up feet things, but
I think you and John probably have equal claim.
to the foot thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, guys, I'm kind of into feet. All right. Moving on.
Kind of into feet this summer. He transitions.
Just a little bit.
Feet.
Hey, so Tyler, we were talking before we started.
Right.
I just went to Asheville on the weekend. I was posting all these things about Asheville.
Yes.
And I was just like, weirdos, a bunch of weirdos live here.
It's definitely those in Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah. And but I love them. But there was a lady with like curlers in her hair and made like a motorized wheelchair into a armchair.
Yeah. This
Like
is
in
my
a living
going
room.
out look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a lot of odd things. Something else that I saw was we went into a nice tea room, like a tea, like coffee shop, but it was for tea. I had to step over a woman who was literally weeping in front of the door, though. Like
on the ground?
On the ground, in front of the door, just, and then her like boyfriend or husband or man
Partner.
or
Let's just say partner.
Let's just say thank you, Tyler. Thank you.
Yeah.
For saving
All
me.
inclusive. Partner.
Partner was bent down saying, "What do you need?" And I'm just like,
Oh, it's a caregiver. Okay, it's okay.
a caregiver. Yeah, sorry,
Caregiver.
yeah. And I'm just like, excuse me. Like I'm literally like trying as she's
I need
like
to get some tea.
she's just sobbing in
need
front of this tea place. So that was Asheville in a nutshell for me. You sent me a DM though when I was like posting all this weird stuff.
Right.
Can you tell the
About
story?
my experience in Nashville?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell it to Jared because
So-
you've already told me.
Yeah, tell me.
So it was me and two other friends that were doing an event not in Asheville, but near Asheville. And we were, just not busy for half the day. So we were like, Asheville's 30 minutes away. Let's just go to Asheville and get some coffee, just hang out. So we went there and we're walking around the city, just having a good time, seeing the places. Like, oh, there's a lady crying. And we go to go down the street and there's a coffee shop there. And there's a guy that's sitting there. And I'm trying to put this in friendly terms.
You can do it.
Yeah, he's sitting he's just sitting on a bench in front of the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Just pleasuring himself.
Yeah.
and not and not in a way that says like, hey, this is wrong to do this in front of public on a street in front of a coffee shop. It was a way that I think he was still holding his coffee and drinking it and just being like, what's going on, everybody? And we saw that and I said, hello, Asheville.
Yeah. And
not to say that doesn't happen here in Atlanta. I'm sure it does.
I'm sure it does.
I've seen many things in Atlanta, but that was one thing that stuck out in my mind about Asheville. I was like,
you know, have you guys ever seen anybody else pleasure themselves in public? Or?
Not personally. I mean, well, like obviously that, but like I haven't, sought after it. Like,
okay,
let's storm chasers. Let's see if we can find this. See if we can find this hurricane.
We got him.
We got it, guys.
Jump in the Dodge Durango. Let's go hunt them out, boys.
The Dodge Durango. Yeah, exactly. Like I never sought it out, but
yeah. So that was the one
once
occurrence.
Or twice.
Yeah. Noah?
I haven't. I've seen people being intimate together in a public place.
It sounded like you were about to say a naughty word.
No, I'd never do that.
Well, it probably wasn't like a consensual.
Yeah. I've heard people having sex. In a public place.
Okay. So did you walk up on that? Did you see that?
I did. This was when I was in college.
Yeah.
And me and my friend, we were out late just like walking around because there's nothing to do, so we would just go on walks.
Yeah.
And we went up
in
on
Australia, right?
In Australia.
Nothing
we
to
went
do
up
in
on
Australia.
this hill. There is if you have money, but we were just very poor.
You went to Australia?
I did. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
So, it was about to get a whole lot spicier. Let me tell you.
Was it a bloke and a Sheila?
That's right. Yeah, dude, I didn't know you went there. That's crazy.
It was me actually. It was me you saw. We were down there, we having a good time, and this guy comes down. This bloke. He comes out. He's like interrupting us. I'm like, what are you doing?
I ordered the bloomin' onion.
I did. I definitely did. You know what I'm saying? With the secret sauce.
So we walked up this giant hill that overlooked like the whole suburb, and there was a bench at the top, which was occupied by these two people.
Okay.
Who were on top of each other. It was very dark, so we were like, okay, whatever. And then as we kind of got closer, we were like, okay, there's like, this is not what we thought it was.
There's a seismic event happening.
Yeah. So we were gonna leave, and then the guy like yelled at us. Like he was like,
"Who was
Don't
on
you
the
leave?"
Yeah. No, he said, "Get out of here." So we were like, "All right."
He said that?
Yeah, he did. He
did they-
leaned around.
Did they seem like they had a home?
That's a good question. I didn't get a good look at them,
But
because if they were homeless, who can blame them? I'd find any bench.
guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, like you go
To be
wherever you
fair,
find.
Exactly.
it was a pretty secluded bench. Like we went far off the beaten trail to find it.
I did some summer work for a organization for camps.
Yeah.
And every night we had the patrol squad.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was assigned like, okay, you're on, night 1 or night 2, night 3. I signed up for every night. Or not signed up. I just went every night. And they were like, hey, Tyler, it's not your night. And I was like, yeah, I'm well aware. Yeah. And I would just go anyways with them. Yeah. But it was just to basically break up all the kids who were talking to each other on the benches. And they were like, and some of the people were like, I don't know how to approach this. And I would say, I got this. And I would have the time of my life approaching it, just be like, oh, hey, what's going on? It's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they would be like, oh, we're just talking about Jesus. We're speaking in tongues. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. But I would do that every night voluntarily.
Just because you got joy out of that.
Just because I got joy out of it. It was fun.
Amen. Yeah,
Amen.
I don't know if I've probably seen The Matrix as a kid, but
It's
not
still good.
recently.
Not as a woke adult.
Yeah, not as a woke adult. Yeah.
It's so good. I love it.
I want to rewatch
Have you seen the
it.
new trailer?
No, I've heard that it's good.
Good.
Is Keanu Reeves in it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Everybody loves Keanu.
Yeah, if they did it without
so
Keanu
excited.
Reeves, we would not be talking about it.
Yeah, that would
Amen.
be. Yeah, that's true. That would be a
It
problem.
looks so good. It looks
How
so
old
good.
were you when the first Matrix came
When
out?
did it come out? Do you, Noah, can you look it up?
99,
1999,
I
1998. I'm 99.
98 or 99, probably? We're gonna do some Googling
99.
99, look at that.
for the win.
That's a good year to come out with the movie.
That's a great year, right? Right at the verge
Yeah.
of Y2K.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about that.
You
It
know,
happened.
How old were you? Answer his question.
Oh,
Never
at
forget.
1999,
Yeah.
I was 3 years old. Yeah.
So you didn't see it in theaters. Okay, cool.
No, I did not.
I just the Sunday I saw Return of the King at Silver Spot Cinema in theaters for the first time in like 20 years, basically.
Yeah.
It was cool to see it on the big screen in the theater. It was awesome. But it was just like, I remember seeing it as a kid and seeing it and being like, I don't know what is going on, but this is awesome. And even as an adult, I'm like, this is still awesome. So that's how I know like a good movie.
It is good. Yeah.
Good trilogy. I guess.
Yeah. That is funny.
Sixth
When
trilogy?
is it
The Hobbits?
Oh
Does
yeah.
that count?
Yeah.
Is that its own trilogy?
I don't know what a professional would say.
Yeah.
I would say that they're
This is
disconnected.
a trilogy. The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yes.
Amazing.
What's a 6-part trilogy called? A sexology? Tyler, this is up to you. We'll figure it out. You nailed the Australian accent.
Right.
Let's see if you can nail these other accents. It's time to play the master of accents. All right, Tyler. These are the accents that I know that I've heard you do.
Oh boy.
Can you do it? Can you do a little Alex Jones for us? What do I need to start a conversation with you, or you just got?
Yeah, you got to ask.
Listen,
you
all right,
gotta
here
ask
we
more
go.
questions.
Listen, Chase, I don't need you to start a conversation because I've already started the conversation. The thing is, we've got the Bilderbergs, we've got the globalists, we've got the elites coming in, we've got all these, we've got the chemtrails and the planes turning frog gay. We got all this kind of crap, the Bohemian Grove, we got all this kind of stuff going on. It's just crazy. All right.
Thank you, Alex.
Well, you are welcome. Jesse Ventura.
Donald Trump can.
I knew that was coming.
Yes. Yeah, give him some Donald.
I knew that was coming.
Give him some Donald.
Yeah.
Listen, okay, Chase. First of all, I want to thank you so much for coming on, for having me come on your podcast. Okay, I'm very
You're
honored.
welcome.
Very honored.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Have you ever been this low
Excuse
before?
me. Excuse me. Very honored to be on this podcast. Okay. It's a wonderful podcast. Some would say the greatest podcast in the world. Probably huge following. Okay. So, I mean, we lost the last election. Okay. As we know it was fraudulent. The whole thing, the entire thing was fraudulent. I don't know why you're laughing. Excuse me. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Excuse me. Thank you, Chase. Okay.
Trump, can you do a good Joe Rogan? I forget.
Wow. Jamie, can you pull that up?
That was good. That was good. Can you do a good George Bush? I'm guessing. I was just
can't.
like, I'm sure
I
Tyler
gotta-
can.
Just give me a second to get into
You got it.
character. I was so into Donald Trump. I mean, first of all, thank you so much for having me come on your podcast. I'm really honored to be on here. I haven't done anything really social since 2008. I mean, it's been a while. I mean,
Thank you, George Bush. Thank you
you're
so
welcome,
much.
man.
That was good. That you're welcome was spot on.
It was like creepy.
You're You're welcome.
Do you have an accent that's like your go-to accent? You can probably easily do a British accent. Easily, I'm sure.
Well, there's British in the, there's different sort of voices. There's different sort of voices in British, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
Courtney, and you're like, oh the farm, on the side. And so there's more of the astute, Game of Thrones, Khaleesi and whatnot. And then if you go down south towards Australia, you got your Shirleys and your blokes, and you got all these different people, and they kind of talk differently than normally like that. And
did they say differently?
did they say what now?
Differently.
Australia would say definitely.
Can you do South African?
No. All I can think of is Elon Musk and be like, I'm making a rocket going to space.
Is
I make
Elon?
electric cars.
Is he South African?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then
He
Elon.
has a strange South African accent. And
He does.
It's more like, I don't know what he is. He's probably a robot, but he's amazing.
Yeah.
Either way.
Definitely a robot. And then finally,
we just sent people to space, and so they landed, and it was great. So that's about it.
finally, Tyler, can you give us some Garth Brooks?
I like that.
I like that.
There's nothing more than I love Trisha Yearwood, and I like that. And you know that. If there's anything I love more in this world, it's my headphone microphone. It's my headset microphone. I mean, it's just
He does have a headset microphone.
every time. I love it. I like
So
that.
for anybody who doesn't know who Garth Brooks is,
Oh man.
he's the guy this thing is named after, huh?
My favorite person in the world.
Noah, if you could please pull up the country singer Garth Brooks, that video.
Please.
So let me just say real quick, the well is deep on Garth Brooks. Okay,
What's sad is I probably have this whole thing memorized.
I think you probably do. You could probably just say it. All we're doing right now is dipping our toe into the first video. There are more
Yeah.
to come.
oh yeah,
If there's any video you were like, let's see Garth Brooks, this would be the one.
This is the one.
Yeah.
Let's just play this and let's just
Take a look.
Yeah, let's just take a look.
It's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that. But I'm already finding out on my own is that it's wiping the walls out between you and me, and I really like that. It allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room. When I think about things I want to post cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. But most of the stuff I'm going to post is going to be raw stuff like this. Because it's just who I am. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
Oh man, that
so good.
I mean that
It
video.
never gets old.
That video is so good.
I have watched that. Half the views are probably from me watching that video. It's just
There's
so
so many
amazing
good things in that. So
how
many good
someone so famous and so
Yeah.
out of touch can make a video, and you're just like, that's just who I am. Cool stuff, neat stuff, slick stuff.
Slick stuff.
I really like that.
I really like that.
Does he know that we already know what Facebook is? And the thing is, we have to mention this was not posted in 2003. This was posted. What was the date on that, Noah?
I think it was 2014. Is that right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
2014. Social media is very well established by this point, and he's just like, what's this new thing? Social media? I like that. Let's talk about it. Let's wipe away the walls between you and me. And it's so, and the fact that he's like in his hotel room,
Yeah.
in his bed, just filming himself, that just makes it so much, it's just so creepy. Like,
It is really creepy, and I've been wondering what his intentions were.
What
with
were
that
his
video,
intentions?
You know,
yeah.
like I think he was just trying to, like you said, he was so out of touch.
Did
He's
he
just
think this was a dating app?
that's what it feels like, right?
Really what it feels like. It's like, what do you think this feels like? Like, that's what he was like.
It was like
wink.
Yeah, it felt like there were a lot of winks in there and a lot of like the inflection, what do you call it? Inflections on
yeah.
his voice that were like
Influence and fluctuations.
like the famous saying in that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like
Almost
that.
sounds like
I really like
so
that.
creepy.
sounds creepy.
Oh,
sounds like
so
a
creepy.
like an
The whole
undertone
thing-
of
The whole thing is creepy, but like, Well, what was it? The other, I think he posted one earlier about he's married to Trisha Yearwood. And
Yeah.
and they're like, what do you know, when you get in, he's like, I get goosebumps, when she comes in. And like, what does she smell? He's like, she smells like nothing is impossible. And I'm like, oh, dude. It's just like no one.
He really did say that. He did. I saw
That is, you can look that up. That is a certified G-Man quote.
Wow.
She smells like nothing is impossible.
Or I can't remember if it's nothing is impossible or anything is impossible.
One of those, yeah.
Both mean the same thing.
Yeah.
It's Garth Brooks and he's saying it and he's so out of touch. Either way, it's just like,
Yes. It's whatever it is, it's so cringy.
It is.
There's so many good sound bites in there that we're gonna get, Noah, and I'm gonna have on the set.
This feels like, you know how people say so and so is the main character?
right.
This
right,
feels
right.
like in his
I'm-
head, he's like, people need to hear me say this.
Everyone else is an NPC, a non-playable character if you play video games. Garth Brooks is just playing the game. He's just like, that's just who I am.
He's at the wheel.
Yeah.
He's just playing the game of life.
Wow. That is a really good point.
Everything he
different
says
time
is
and space.
profound. That's what it is.
Yes,
everything he
everything is
says, he's
Spot
like,
on,
this
Noah.
is
Spot on.
Yeah. He takes everything that he's either going to say or supposed to say and says, what would someone who's like going to get a soundbite out of this?
yeah.
Well,
What would the
that's
G brand benefit? from
Yes.
this?
There you
Like, and he's like, nothing is impossible.
Exactly.
Like, he says that and stuff like that, and you're like, I mean, she wears some kind of perfume. I don't know, like. She smells like nothing is impossible. Oh my gosh, like
that is true. If you said
no one in the history of the world has ever said that to their spouse. I'm not married, but I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
That they have not said, you smell like nothing is impossible. I know that for a fact.
that's
He's
true.
like self-diagnosed motivational speaker.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just like everything.
It
I'm going to
definitely-
bless you right now. With
It
my
feels
words.
very motivational speakery.
Yeah.
For sure.
How can I sing these songs and still motivate the people?
Yeah.
I have everything. I have to give it back.
Literally everything.
Hey, speaking of cringe, can we go back to that alpha guy? Can we go back? We got to dive into him.
Let's dive in.
this same
Yeah,
one.
let's watch that same one real quick. Okay. Well,
Just never be a beta. Just never ever
be a
do it.
beta.
It is death. Never, ever, ever do it.
Okay, we're good on that note.
Just
That
wipe.
graphic too with the
with the
I've never seen
the warning
anyone
signs.
say-
Yeah.
I've never
Warning.
seen someone more be a beta wearing a yellow plaid shirt,
Yeah.
be a beta, and a low cut black tee saying, "Never be a beta." Like
That outfit is very
so
beta,
much
right?
beta you can be.
Yeah, yeah. Can we play that second video? Low status behavior.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
One of the kind of keys to beginning to break this is actually just breaking it in the voice.
Again, yellow
Ironically,
plaid.
if you can break this and unstifle physically, a lot of your thinking is going to start switching on. You'll feel it happen. Right now, as you're speaking, what's happening is your point of orientation is on everyone here. He's going, hey, like that, and he's worried what you're going to think. There's something in him that's oriented not the right way. Do you see that? Mm-hmm. It's oriented in him not the right way.
That's what you want.
You try to do that. Okay.
What a
Okay, so
beta.
he thinks he's doing that. Isn't that crazy? Okay, now
God.
walk in the crowd a little bit. Go.
Nope.
Untuck your shirt first of all.
yeah.
Man.
All right.
That's
So first,
unfortunate.
thankfully, he's wearing the same yellow plaid shirt
Yeah.
and the same low cut black shirt
Yeah.
underneath.
That's
So
his look.
beta. That's his look, and it's very beta.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I would not prescribe to people to be like, don't look like this. If you want to be not beta.
That's what he should be saying, right?
And also to the other guy, untuck your shirt, first of all. No one tucks a t-shirt into jeans and just presents themselves like,
yeah.
here I am. World.
That's why he can't project.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
If
He's
he
got
was simply,
no vibrato.
yeah. Was that a gnat?
It's like a gnat or something.
Okay. That was really impressive though. If you caught that like that, that was cool.
Whatever.
That was cool. Alpha. That was a total alpha move.
That was
dude.
an alpha move.
Yeah,
right there.
for sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to acknowledge it, but I guess because I'm an alpha, I would.
No, if you could play that fourth, what is that? Is it the fourth?
Yeah.
Okay. More low status behavior. Let's see this.
Come over here.
Yeah, come over here.
Oh, he's wearing
Come over here.
red.
No, you.
He's still wearing the same. By the way,
Same look.
Has one
same
tank
look
top.
except red
So
plaid
he's got the
shirt.
chain.
Hit the ground already. Okay, so his voice can't project.
Voice can't project.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
clap
I
microphone.
hate to say it. You guys, you guys just
really?
insulted him.
Well,
By the
because
way.
you cheered it on.
Do you want to know how I would
You
work on him? By the way,
insulted
do you
him.
want to know what I'd really do?
Yeah.
I'd make him so uncomfortable that he'd move into a higher status behavior because he goes for safety. He's trying to hide at the center of the tribe. So if I make your life completely miserable and then I re-anchor that to when you actually are better because this little low status thing is hiding. You're hiding. What are you hiding from?
No, we're
I can
good.
tell you what that guy
And
is
I
hiding.
li- and I like that.
I can absolutely tell you what that guy is hiding from. He is hiding from
who? The alpha guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's hiding from some underage stuff. Like
Oh,
that
he's
is
re-
what he's hiding from.
Oh, he's recovering
for sure.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, I'm into some weird stuff, but he's telling you, you don't need to be into that. That's what he's telling the guy because he's balding. He's got first the two yellow and then now the red. He's moved on, but
chain.
he's still got the black, low black.
I did not. Tyler. I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I didn't catch the underage thing. Wow.
He pushes it on him like you're escaping that,
Yeah.
but I'm pushing that because I'm escaping
Yes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's pushing.
Dude,
The
dude is
only-
recovering for
The
sure.
only
Yeah.
thing that I had was the face grab that that was like really intense.
Yeah.
It was like a threat. He was like, if I make your life miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's like a threat.
All right,
like,
dude.
if you don't turn alpha, what are you gonna do about it, bro?
Turn alpha, bro.
Now, are these people
Be alpha.
signing up to hear this guy talk, or are they at a generalized conference and this guy's a guest speaker?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm guessing that they're here to see him. I would
It's a
pay
secret
money
beta.
to see him.
I would pay money to see you watch him.
I
Because
Dude,
I
he would call me up
because
and be
we-
like, "This beta," and I would be like, hey.
I would pay money to be on this podcast to be on with that guy.
Yeah, we got to get
We
him
need to
on.
have him on.
Yeah.
We need to have him on.
What is your definition of a beta? What is
Yeah.
if your definition of alpha? Like,
I think he would think that I had beta energy,
yeah.
but I would.
Well, everybody apparently to him, he has everybody.
Everybody has
beta.
beta.
Yeah, everybody
except
does.
him. He's the alpha.
Yeah, for sure.
with so much non-hair that he has going on in his scalp.
I think this should be the next guy.
Balding, but yes, I mean Rogaine.
Tyler,
I'm working
you're
on
looking good. You're looking good. You really are.
We've got a few spots we're working on, but for the most part, we're looking good. And for now, we're covering up with a hat. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
working on it.
It'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
No,
There's
do we
just
have
one
it-
spot here in the crown? That's what we're working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any more videos, Noah?
I think we do.
I think we do.
The mainstream won't tell you this. That's what I have it labeled.
Quickly, I do want to throw in.
Yes, Noah, please.
This is a great candidate for John's next fight. That's all I want to say.
No, you are spot
feel
on.
like-
Thank you for that. We need to threaten this guy and his
Yeah,
Like-
call him
Oh, I
out.
love it.
specifically.
How
him.
alpha are you, bro?
Yes.
Yeah.
Step in the ring with.
John is
John.
a major alpha. He's Noah, you know that he's not, but he acts like he is.
Yeah, we're covering for him.
Okay.
He did challenge Jad Gillies to a fight for his child.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, kind of an alpha
I
move.
mean,
Wow.
I've watched MMA, but that's like that's next
intense.
level. It's like, give me your kid.
That's some medieval
yeah, that's
stuff.
deep.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see this. I'm
At the pain and the
Oh, okay.
torture and the agony. And you want to know what the mainstream would tell me
What?
to do to him?
Get a vaccine.
They'd say, just be a nice guy. Don't be a creep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
Now you
probably
need
also
somebody.
say that.
Yeah.
Don't
Tyler-
work on your body language. Don't work on your beliefs. Don't work on
Okay,
your
we're good.
congruence.
Tyler, you're spot on with that.
Yeah.
Don't be a creep. That's a mirror reflection of himself.
He's talking
It
to
is.
himself.
Yeah. It is. I am.
He's literally like, don't be a creep. To me.
Seriously, don't creep people out. It's so hard to do that.
You're spot on. You are spot on. Can we play that last video, Noah? I put another
He's got
alpha.
blue. He's got
He's
blue.
an alpha now.
It's the same guy, but he's changed shirts. Let's establish that.
It's deeper
Lower
V.
cut.
Yeah.
He is
like
deeper.
alpha.
It's even lower cut. It's down to his navel.
Getting flooded with brain neurochemicals, right? He's not used to feeling like this. It feels good. And he can probably think more clearly now. How do you feel as far as your thinking as you're doing that? Can you have a little bit more awareness?
Yeah, why is he wearing the same shoes I am?
You see that?
I feel more. I feel more safe,
Yeah.
and I eat.
Can you eat?
You see that? Give me a hand for that. That's great.
Does bro have
Like-
you know when these like TV preachers like Benny Hinn and stuff they plant people in the audience
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
whatever, tell him how alpha you are now, and he's got dudes around the audience who are like, yeah, oh my god, yeah, I'm feeling that right now.
I'm feeling now.
I feel it.
I'm feeling alpha.
I'm feeling
Now that my
grunt-
shirt is not so low cut.
like if some dude grabbed my face, I mean,
That's
on, bro.
not okay.
Get your hands on my face.
yeah. If
So
you're
do
a
you-
beta, you're okay with
You're
it.
gonna let
Yeah.
that happen.
You're gonna let
So
it.
he was a beta.
If you're an alpha and then someone tries to grab your face, I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, bro,
Yeah, that's true.
I've got my own opinions.
That's true. That's what you would say after he held your face.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he doesn't know because he's trying to grab my face. I'm like, hey.
Hey, so let's skip over deep dark secrets. I got some more videos to show you guys. It's on TikTok.
You know I'm always ready.
Let's see this first one, Noah. Let's see this first one. I found this naturally.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Carried it on a little too long.
Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give up. If I cut my yawn,
He
bleed.
censors
Is
himself.
this my last resort? Is this my last resort?
Oh, he's alibi. He's seeking liberties. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just the Oakleys.
He missed the verse, but
Cut
he
my
gets back
life
into it.
into pieces. I've reached my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing.
We're good, Noah.
Cut my
Oakleys, by the
yawn,
way.
bleed.
Nobody who has ever worn Oakleys have worn those. But that is amazing. Anybody who has ever sung that song has just,
They haven't done it.
they don't
right.
know where to come in. Yeah.
He missed.
Oh,
He did miss the verse
Yeah.
completely.
yeah.
he did.
But
He did it in a creative way.
you're right. You're right. It was his own thing. Yeah. So yeah, that's Marlon. Marlon, great job, man. Great
Amazing.
job.
This is my last resort.
Noah, if you could play that number 2 video, that'd be great.
If you can't get through this, you're not getting in this cave. This is tighter than that entrance. Ooh,
No.
if I breathe in, I can't fit.
Well, I'm out.
One arm through.
Shoot. Is
Okay.
he going in or out?
He's going out.
Well, it's also tight.
For me, I use my arm strength to pull up the rope.
Okay. Through. Got my knee pads.
I'm sorry if you guys aren't seeing this and just hearing it because it has a totally different connotation if you're just hearing it and not seeing it.
Yeah.
But man, they're in a cave. Let's just put it that way. And the guy is just like, let me get through this tight crevice.
Yeah. That whole TikTok, I found that TikTok account is just anxiety for me. Noah, please, the next video.
Please, Noah. That's me, by the way. Why are you showing me in my bathroom after I took the shower?
Okay, no.
The funny thing is, he's playing through the same JBL clip speaker that I play. Yeah,
That you do?
That's me. I don't know how you got that clip, but I'm amazed.
Is that you?
That was you?
That's me. That is me.
Yeah, I stuck
now
in
you
your
know
head.
what happens when I shower after. It's
You're really good with the dip cans.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. It's just like
really good.
just nonstop.
Yeah. Can you play? Can you play the next? Yeah, the triplets are hard.
Triplet feel of the dip can is like, yeah, it's all on the wrist.
Can you play the next one, Noah? This one is near and dear to my heart. This is all.
Still me, by the way.
So dead.
He gets it wrong though at the end. Watch this. That was good. That was tight. He hit those hits too early. He did the four.
The fact that
too
no
early.
one is trying.
We're gonna have to quantize that. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No one
Beat
is.
detective.
No one is attempting to dip can.
Master of
Like,
Puppets.
He's not. No one is attempting that. Let's just put it out there.
I mean, so
and this man is just.
He's rocking it.
I've never
double
been able
basing
to
it.
do that.
Yeah.
Is that difficult what he's doing?
If you have a dip can in your hand,
Yeah. No? Do you think you could do that?
it's not hard. Well,
It's not hard.
But to do it in rhythm
It's
like
like
that?
well,
But
I mean, that's talent. So what he's doing is talent.
Okay.
That's talent.
Okay.
And worthy of TikTok praise.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like if you're just snapping like that,
Not that big of a deal.
you just keep this finger loose, this index finger.
Yeah.
You just
You could do Master of
yeah,
Puppets
you
to
can do that.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
And it's try it at home, people. That's all it is. But he's doing it. I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive. That's where
the
it gets
impressive
like,
part.
you know what? That's performance art.
I agree.
He's
Dip
taking
can-
the art of dip spitting, which is not artistic, and he's making it artistic, which I applaud. So he's making something. I mean, I don't want to get biblical here. He's making something not beautiful into something beautiful and artistic.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Anything is possible.
Amen. Look at God. I mean, he'll do it.
Yeah,
And I like that.
I feel like his OnlyFans are just I like that.
His only
His
He has an
OnlyFans.
His OnlyFans?
Oh my god!
What are you gonna do with that dip can?
Oh my god!
Tell me what you're gonna do with that dip can.
I would pay a
water bottle.
I would pay a lot to get on his OnlyFans. Let's just leave it at that. If you could play the next one, Noah.
6 o'clock in the evening, this Saturday, 6 o'clock in the evening is Kingdom Kids Kickball. KKK in a good way.
Oh God.
Kingdom Kids Kickball. Saturday, the 6th. Or Saturday, 6 o'clock. JB, I didn't realize what I was saying when I said that.
Wait,
I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize what I was.
Is there a person of color in the background on the stage?
He was.
I love how he like also had his own like byline where
Yeah.
he's like in the good way.
Yeah.
He's like KKK
Right.
in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way. As if the
In a good way.
You know, the KKK, they some bad things. They had some good things like universal health care. Some higher wage minimum income.
Yeah.
Racism. That was one of the bad things. But there were some good things.
We've taken
way.
all the good things and we've made this.
In a
good way. Right. Exactly. Like,
Friends in Low Places, we only have alphas on this thing.
only alphas.
No betas. No betas here.
Seriously.
And the next person you see, no alphas. I'm sorry, no betas. Only alphas.
No
on here.
alphas.
You should have a beta show.
And whoever thinks, Austin thought that I had beta energy the other day. Do you remember that, Noah?
I do. I remember.
I called him out on it.
Well, seriously, Austin, you're wrong.
Thank you, Tyler. I don't know if I'm going to put that in the podcast, but there was a moment to where I called him out in a serious note, and I was like, "You think that I have female energy, don't you?"
You did say that.
I said that, and I was very serious.
Yeah.
We got to end it with the alpha projection. You guys ready? All right, we're about about to get kicked out. Love you guys.
Distance.
Listen, okay, Jason. First of all, I want to thank you so much for coming on, for having me come on your podcast. Okay, I'm very honored.
Welcome.
The chemtrails, the planes turning frog gay. First of all, thank you so much for having me come on your podcast.
Finally, Tyler, can you give us some Garth Brooks?
I like that.
I like that.